They're banning things I didn't even know were a thing. I didn't know you could metal detect underwater.
Correct.
Huh. Okay, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin, and where are we stopped now?
We are at King Arthur's Flowers Baking Company.
Yeah, this is in Norwich, Vermont. It is right off of I-91, so if you are a baker, a lover of food, and you're going up and down I-91 in Vermont, it's a great place to stop. They have designated RV and bus parking, which is great. So they also have a store, and I think we ran out of food, so we're gonna get some lunch here.
Yeah, they have a deli here too, and the bread is fresh.
Yep, and there's gonna be a couple of different things with this episode, from Echo Lake to some fixes. We'll see how things go.
Yep, should be fun.
So this is something I absolutely understand because it's very common in state parks, definitely in national parks, in that they don't allow drones. So I kind of expected that. But this I absolutely didn't expect. No paddle boards allowed, including inflatable paddle boards. It's not often that we bring our inflatable paddle board because it is heavy, and it's usually an and if or between the paddle board and the bikes. But this time we did bring the inflatable paddle board because I was hoping to get out onto the lake and a nice peaceful morning, and wow, that's something I don't understand really.
Yeah, interesting. So no bikes either, so if we had bought the bikes, we couldn't have used them either. So
yeah, no pets, no bikes, no drones. This is just like a fun squasher.
Well, let's see the lake.
It is a beautiful lake as Cindy goes out onto the dock.
So most Instagrammers probably edit this out, but this is a beautiful lake, but it's right on I-93, so you get some of the traffic noise going back and forth, and you can see some of the big vehicles going by. We
are at Cannon Mountain RV Park, located inside Franconia Notch State Park. And you know, this is one of those campgrounds we've been to many times, but each and every time we've been here, it's been like 15, 20 degrees. It's in November for our last rally of the year that our Airstream Club holds, and so we just wanted to come here to see what it was like in the warm weather.
And it was not so warm for the most part.
We're in long pants and sweatshirts. I think it's cold here 12 months a year. So, but yeah, I mean, it's the campground itself. You can see it's the pads are basically, there's only 7, and it used to be first come first serve, but now you have to do it through Reserve America. There's only 7 of them, and you kind of back into these little corrals here. Yep. Which is super easy because you've got the parking lot right in front of you, so you can basically just swing your rig up and in. So it's a super easy back in.
It can be a little tricky if the place is crowded because
yeah, with people driving back and forth.
Correct.
But 30 amp service, 15 amp service, and full hookups, which is really cool. So
that's unusual for a state park.
It is, and it's $50 a night. So yeah, I mean it's completely level. We're not boosting. Right, water was at 141 ppm.
We're right near the little lake.
Yeah, and you can see we're in site number 2. So the trip to the lake is pretty easy. And wow, you're starting to get a few sprinklings, smatterings of fall color here.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, if you can get in here, this is a cool little spot for exploring Franconia Notch State Park, Echo Lake, the New Hampshire Ski Museum. There's a trip up Cannon Mountain, so there's all kinds of stuff to do.
Yep, the Cannon Mountain Tramway.
In the White Mountains. Unfortunately, we spent all day yesterday editing and uploading a video, so we didn't get to really do anything.
So, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
So we are planning on stopping off at King Arthur Flower.
Yes.
On the way back.
Yep.
And we're going to show our little trick with the fuse.
Yep.
And see what happens with that.
Yep, so let's go ahead and start hitching up. So you can see we've got a little bit of a gray water tank leak. So we're gonna have to address that. We'll see how difficult that'll be. So we're going to continue our understanding of the lithium battery by replacing the fuse to the trailer charge. So when we drive today, we'll be charging the battery, and we should in theory be able to start it correctly. If it doesn't start, then we know we have a problem with the charge going back to the battery in the rig. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Put this fuse in, and then when we get the King Arthur flower, we'll try starting it again, see what happens.
Yep, at least we'll be somewhere where hopefully we could get a jump if we needed to.
Yeah, if worst case scenario, we'll just take, well, I didn't even think about this. We've got jumper cables in the truck. I could always take the house battery off the Airstream and just jump it with that.
Okay, interesting. All right, let's put it back.
That's interesting. I've never seen boxed water. I suppose that's better than all the plastic that's going into the ocean. That's pretty cool. That should take off. That should be important.
All right, so what did you get?
I got the turkey sandwich. So,
So what's on it? Cheese, lettuce,
yeah,
turkey.
Vermont cheddar and some cheese, some turkey, pretty simple.
Yep, and I got a roast beef with red onion and arugula on a piece of focaccia bread. Should be excellent. We're gonna try it out. So how's the sandwich?
Good, it's just simple. You know, it's just simple, really good turkey, really good cheese, and really good bread.
Excellent.
And how about that roast beef?
Oh, it's got really good deli meat. So it's good roast beef, has lots of nice flavors with the arugula, and it's got all these little seeds and pieces of garlic on top. It's really, really good. And the breast, as mentioned by Rich, is very, very fresh.
I would hope so at King Arthur Baking.
Absolutely, it's so good.
You know, when most people think of Vermont companies, first thing they think of is what?
Vermont companies?
Yeah.
Cabot cheese, maybe?
I was thinking Ben & Jerry's, but you know, King Arthur flour, you can find this flour in grocery stores throughout the United States. It's everywhere, and it's 100% employee owned, which is pretty cool because when you think of Ben & Jerry's, of course, they're now owned by Unilever, big corporate conglomerate.
So these are some of the basic kitchens where they make some of their breads that they serve here. They actually have a sourdough culture that has been in existence since 1980.
Wow, that's pretty old. Ours is only about 5 years old.
More than that, I think, maybe 10.
Okay.
So not only do they bake fresh bread daily here, but they also have a cooking school as well.
You take all kinds of classes, huh?
Mm-hmm. You can do breads, pizzas, pastries, all sorts of things.
As I was filming the little bit about King Arthur flour being employee owned, one of the ladies sitting there said, you know what, they also do a whole lot for the community and for charitable effects. And you can see with the sign here, every employee of King Arthur flour has 40 hours per year of volunteer time. So they can get out into their community, do some volunteer work, and really give back to the folks here in Vermont.
So they also have a store here where you can buy all of their products. So some of them that you don't find in the regular grocery store that you can only get through the catalog are all here.
Yep, all kinds of baking products. Here's something just a little bit unusual.
Yeah, you have a tray that you can bake your dog biscuits in. Plus you have a little cookie cutter also if you want to do it that way.
And they have dog biscuit mix with carrots and beef bone. And this one's got pumpkin and apple. Right after they drink from the toilet, they get pumpkin and apple.
So if you don't want to make your own sourdough starter, you can buy it here.
That'd be pretty cool. Although Cindy's sourdough is made naturally from Vermont yeast captured in the air.
Correct. And you could also buy a little home for your sourdough starter as well.
It's pretty cool.
So this is like a little refrigerator, I think, that you can put your sourdough in. And this is actually a proofing box. So that's when you put your bread out to rise and it'll keep it moist and at a good temperature.
There's Cindy Walking up what appears to be a grassy knoll. Get a view from up here. All right, so we've just pulled up at the house. Recall that when we showed up at the campground, from this point, we were at about 70% charge, leaving at 100% here, 70% at the campground. So we should have left the campground at 100%. So let's go ahead and see what the Victron says. It's connecting. And yeah, we're at 100%. So we're pulling 0.24 amps, but we're at 100%. So that would tell me definitely that the charge is charging the battery, which it should. This is not a surprise. The question is going to be, we've turned off the truck. Let's go ahead and try and start her up and see if she starts. All right, we're going to go ahead and start her up, see how she goes.
Yep, worked.
Pretty good.
Maybe just a little bit of hesitation there.
Yeah, so I think that that worked pretty decently, so we'll see.
We'll dock and chuck
I don't
her.
know what that means, but we'll think about it. So we're here at a rest stop gas station on I-84. It is at exit 20, which is a really great gas station to get gas on I-84 because it's really wide open. You can see there's a lot of RVs.
If you're in an RV, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of RVs here. And so I'm continuing my saga of trying to answer the question, will my lithium battery destroy my truck's alternator? And the answer to that is definitely not no. Okay, so it can be destroyed, your alternator, with the lithium battery. The question is, by which failure mechanism, and can it happen, and will it happen?
And what's the risk?
And what's the risk, okay? So one of those risks is if you're not turning the alternator fan fast enough, you're not cooling it enough, and you'll burn it out as it's trying to charge that lithium battery. So we're gonna look at the temperature of it. And it's 147. Well, it was 147.
Okay.
So about 140. So that's not too bad, I don't think.
Okay.
Considering the hot engine, when we started it after getting gas, truck started right up, so that's good.
Yep.
So I think our problem was definitely the battery.
Yep.
But now I'm trying to decide, will my alternator
Be damaged?
be damaged?
Yep.
So
We started with a full battery.
Yep, that's the other thing too.
So we're just gonna continue our little saga of trying to figure this out.
Tune in, I'll eventually figure it out.
Yes.
So there you have it. We're on our way to Hershey, Pennsylvania for the Hershey RV show.
Right. So it's exciting, and we always enjoy going to that.
Yep. So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up.
and if you think we've earned a subscription, click to subscribe.
And comment below if you have switched your battery out to lithium, and if you have any thoughts about the alternator.
Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.